Call the meeting to order. Roll call.
Councilman Simaluka.
Here.
Councilman Accomando.
Here.
Councilwoman Sanchez.
Here.
Councilwoman Mazur.
Here.
Council President Garrick.
Here. Please rise for a salute to the flag and remain standing for a moment of silence in memory of our Senior Citizens Director, Joe Lecce, former Township Engineer Joseph Mercadante, former Planning Board and Zoning Board member Joseph Ribaro, and past Commander of the VFW Post 3484, Charles Sclafani, father of Police Officer Joseph Sclafani. Also firefighter Kevin Kustra's brother, Henry, a former firefighter. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Adequate notice of this meeting has been sent to all council members and to all legal newspapers in accordance with the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, Public Law 1975.
The public is hereby advised that any statements made during the meeting of the Township Council of the Township of Saddlebrook may not be privileged or protected, and that persons or entities who take issue with such comments or are offended by same may and have in the past sought legal redress through the courts. Any member of the public who addresses the council speaks for themselves and not for the council.
Before we open the meeting to the public, Mayor, you have some presentation?
Thank you, Council President. Yes, we have three presentations that I'd like to make tonight. Three individuals from town who have done a lot of service for the town and we want to recognize them for that. They've been a tremendous asset to this township over the many years that they've worked here and they've been involved in Saddlebrook. I want to first do Dr. Michael Weiner. I don't see him. Mike, you here? Okay. All right, so we'll do him. Sure. I hope he's going to be here. Oh, okay. I know I saw you. That's his brother. Okay, we're going to start with them with letter carrier in Saddlebrook, Rennie Esau. Rennie, you want to come up? So Rennie pretty much did a heroic event. Back on September 28th, 2024, Rennie was delivering mail on Market Street in the area of Saddle River Road when he observed a male driver experiencing some kind of medical episode. The driver was kind of slumped over, his head was down, but the vehicle was kind of moving slowly, and then it would come to a stop, and then it would go again, and the person was having trouble controlling the vehicle. So, like I said, the car would stop, and then it would lurch forward. So Rennie approached the vehicle and tried to open the driver's door, but it was locked. So the window on that door was open just enough. So he's got long, skinny arms, and he was able to reach in. And this is all while the vehicle was, moving, not moving. And but he was able to go in, grab the lever, and open the door. And once inside, he was able to, with the gear shift, get it into park. And some bystanders had already called the police and EMS, and they arrived. But if it wasn't for Rennie's courageous and decisive action, that incident could have turned out a lot worse and could have turned into a tragedy. So Rennie, congratulations. Thank you. I have this plaque for you. It says presented to Rennie, is it Esau? Esau, yeah. Rennie Esau, in recognition of your selfless act of courage. With appreciation, Mayor Robert White and the Township Council. Dated February 20, 2025. Thank you, Rennie. say a couple words or anything? Go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. I'm not good at this, but nevertheless, here we are. First of all, I want to give all glory to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ that nobody was hurt, there was no property damages, and everybody walked away, so praise God. Secondly, I would like to thank our Honorable Mayor, Robert White, and the prestigious council members, President, each one of you. Thank you so much for this kind gesture. It has truly touched me. I want to thank my family, my wife, Annie, my son, Ruben, and my daughter, Isabella, for being my support system. I want to thank my other family members who are here, my best friends, my extended Saddlebrook family, and also I got to give a shout out to Saddlebrook's moms. There's a Facebook, so to give a shout out to them too. Thank you so much. It's truly an honor. I've been working for Saddlebrook Post Office for 26 years, and this August it'll be 27th year. And this is definitely one of the highlights of my career. And what makes it great is about this town is its people. They are kind, loving, and caring, and I'm blessed. So on behalf of my family and I just want to thank each and every one of you who are out here, and I really appreciate this. Thank you. God bless you. Have a good night.
Okay, next, we have someone that I think everybody in this room probably knows, Howard Mulder. Come on up, Howie. So, face that way, Howie. Let everybody get a good look at you. A handsome guy.
My son made me dress up for this.
Well, Howie, you've done a lot for this town. And most recently, you were the president of the Saddlebrook Library Board for a few years, right?
10 years,
I know you're there 10, but president.
2014 to 2020.
Right, so you did there 10 years, and the last, I guess, 4 or 5, you were the president. So, and you served for 10 years. You also have 60 years of service with the Saddlebrook Fire Department. 15 years you were on the Saddlebrook Zoning Board of Adjustment. That must have been fun. 14 years driving a school bus for the Saddlebrook Board of Education. That's it. And you were also 3 years as a trustee for the Board of Education. So you spent one term on the Board of Education. Well, you probably told them the things they didn't want to hear, but you always told the truth, I bet, right?
I believe I knew more about the schools because I was there for 14 years than they did.
You also, I didn't know this, you drove the senior bus when the regular driver, I guess, either,
My friend Peter Ladico called me up, he said he needed help, he got it.
so you've done a lot for the town, and we appreciate you. So I do have a plaque for you. You can sit there. It says, presented to Howie J. Mulder in recognition of dedicating over 60 years of service to the Township of Saddlebrook. With great appreciation, Mayor Robert White and the Township Council. He wants me to get a little closer to you. I think the fire chief wants to come up and also make a presentation. Fire Chief Dave Malnicki.
Howie, we just wanted to give you a small certificate of recognition for your 60-plus years of service to the fire department.
Thank you.
I know Howie's going to want to say a few words, right, Howie? You can- Oh, okay.
I like my family that came. I like the people from the library that came. And I thank the fire department for showing up. You don't know how much I appreciate you people coming out for me. Thank you very much.
Thank you. God bless you, Howard. Oh. Okay. Last but not least, we have Dr. Michael Weiner. Doc, come on up. He's why a lot of people are here. He's done a great job. So Mike's my doctor too. So in fact, that's where I met him. Mike's been practicing in town for 44 years. So 42 years ago, I was hired by the police department. And back then, you didn't have to go through all that, now we got to send them, they got to get stress tests and all kinds of things. But I was I was 21. I was in pretty good shape. He looked the same. Me, not so much. A little gray hair, but you look good. Keep your weight down. He's always yelling at me. But Mike's, he's a great doctor. And I'm sure a lot of you in here use Mike and used him over the years. He's a great guy, along with a great doctor. And I know that you care about people. And I know even myself, there's times, you gave me your cell number, and I probably annoyed the hell out of you calling you on a weekend or something, but you were always there. You always picked up, and you were always able to get a hold of you. And when I was nervous about something or I needed to talk to you, you were always there for me. So, and I'm sure you were there for most of your patients. But I hope you treated me a little bit special. A little bit special. Well, since I've been mayor, I noticed a little different treatment.
I have to take care of the mayor.
But Mike, I want you, when you speak, I want you to tell the public, because we have it on camera, that Mike recently moved out of Saddlebrook, which he'll explain. But he'll explain. But he's got a new office in Ridgewood, on Ridgewood Ave, is it?
Ridgewood
On
Avenue.
Ridgewood Avenue, and so he's still available to us. But the way it happened, he wasn't able to really get the information out. So he had to call all
I had
his.
to call the mayor
Right.
to set this up.
So anyway, presented to Dr. Michael Weiner, township physician. I didn't mention that too. He's been on and off over those 44 years, the township physician as well. So he is now, and he will remain. He's only 5 miles away, Mike.
That's
So
it.
You're a
It's
Saddlebrook guy, so.
5.2 miles.
Right.
And I'm a Saddlebrook guy, 100%.
So in appreciation of your service as the township physician and for providing exemplary medical care to the residents in our community for 44 years, Mayor Robert White and the Township Council. Thank you, Mike. I like that jacket, too.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't get one of them. So go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, I want to thank Mayor White and the council. I've been in Saddlebrook, like he was saying, for 44 years. I have a special place in my heart for all the people in Saddlebrook. I really dedicated myself to the township over the years. And because of circumstances of my contract, when it was over, I had to move at least 3 miles away. So that's how I wound up at 1124 East Ridgewood Avenue in Ridgewood. And I'm very fortunate to be with a nice medical group. And the office is more the style that I always aspired to have in Saddlebrook, just like an old-fashioned, low-keyed medical office. And what happened over in 299, where I was, it became very corporate, and the whole atmosphere changed. So I'm very blessed to now be able to go back and practice the way I always enjoyed practicing. And very fortunate to have Kelly Saba, nurse practitioner, who I'm sure a lot of you know as well, and she came along with me. So, you know, my heart, like I said, is still always in Saddlebrook. It's only 5 miles away, and I really appreciate this honor.
How you doing? Good high five. Let's give a big round of applause for all three. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Congratulations to all the honorees. We're going to take a short recess. If anybody wants to take a photo with anybody or say hello, and then we're going to resume the meeting in a minute or two. So feel free to say hello, take a photo, and then if you want to stay for the remainder of the meeting, you're more than welcome. If not, you could be on your way this evening. Roll call.
Councilman Simaluka.
I am here.
Councilman Accomando.
Here.
Councilwoman Sanchez.
Here.
Councilwoman Mazer.
Here.
Council President Garrick.
Here. Just for the record, I'd like to remind the public that we have a 3-minute time limit for public comment. Motion to open the meeting to the public.
Motion. Second.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Simaluka.
Yes.
Councilman Accomando.
Yes.
Councilwoman Sanchez.
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazer.
Yes.
Council President Garrick.
Yes. Anyone wishing to address the council, please step up to the microphone and state your name and address for the record.
Good evening, everyone. Thomas Van Winkle, 128 Lincoln Avenue, Saddlebrook. Just as usual, I'm here to speak about the Mayor's Youth Group. We had our first meeting of 2025 on January the 22nd. It was well-attended. We had the meeting in here in the council chambers. We went over the upcoming events coming up for this year. We also brainstormed ideas for really getting the word out about the Mayor's Youth Group and getting more members to join our Mayor's Youth Group. We're always looking for new members in grades 4 through 12. I do want to shout out our youth group secretary, Eleanor, who is working actually on creating a flyer for the Mayor's Youth Group to spread the word about the Mayor's Youth Group. It's going to have a QR code on it that will go straight to our registration form. It'll be easy access. You can just sign up for the youth group. Again, it's 4th through 12th grade, Saddlebrook residents. As long as you live in Saddlebrook, you could join the youth group. We're going to have our next meeting on Saturday, March the 1st. So 1 week from the Saturday, so not the Saturday, the next Saturday, March the 1st, it'll be at 10:30 in this room. New members are welcome to come at 10:30. Again, we'll discuss probably more about our spring activities, including our Earth Day activities and the Easter celebration. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.
Thank you, Thomas. Anyone else? Seeing no one else, motion to close to the public?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Comments, Mayor?
Yes, thank you. I have two proclamations I'm going to read. February is Black History Month, and there's also Heart Health Month. So I'll read the Black History one first. Whereas Black History Month is an annual celebration which recognizes the significant contributions of African Americans throughout our nation's history through their contributions in arts, entertainment, law, politics, sciences, sports, and so much more. Black History Month affords special opportunity to become more knowledgeable about Black heritage and to honor the many Black leaders who have contributed to the progress of our nation. Such knowledge can strengthen the insight of all our citizens regarding the issues of human rights, the great strides that have been made in the crusade to eliminate the barriers of equality for minority groups, and the continuing struggle against racism, racial discrimination, and poverty. So now, therefore, on this 20th day of February, we urge our residents to join in making this a period of rededication to the principles of justice and equality for all. Okay. February is also Heart Health Month. Whereas February is designated as Heart Health Month, the nation unites beginning the first Friday by wearing red and with the common goal to eradicate heart disease. I guess I forgot to wear the red. I got the memo and I forgot. So, whereas it is important not to ignore early warning signs like chest pain, palpitations, shortness of breath, and sudden dizziness. Heart attack symptoms can be different for men and women. Everyone should consult with their primary physicians for life-saving information. Whereas to raise awareness, I encourage everyone to check their cholesterol, blood pressure, and make healthy food choices, as well as stay active and know your risk. So now, therefore, on the 20th day of February, I do hereby proclaim February as Heart Health Month and encourage all residents to make the commitment to help fight cardiovascular disease. Okay. So I have a few other things. First, we're moving the senior center to this new municipal complex. So we're moving it where it is now at 8 Caldwell to the rec center side of the building here. We're going to start moving next week, so there'll be no daily activities at the senior center next week while we move. So we will begin at the municipal complex, hopefully the first week of March. We should be on course to do that. We're still grieving the loss of our senior center director, Joe Lecce. He dedicated himself. He passed away about a week ago. So he dedicated himself to our seniors. He was a very caring, compassionate person, very welcoming, and he did a great job with the seniors, making sure that they were all taken care of, and if they needed anything, he would always refer them to the right service. So we're going to miss Joe. I want to thank Rose Pachek, who's a part-time employee for the senior center, for filling in for Joe during he had a long illness. He was out for 7 months before he passed. So Rose did a great job really stepping up and making sure that the center ran effectively. So we do believe this move will benefit our seniors in the township as a whole. Look, you know, anytime it's change, especially, you know, I'm getting older myself. I don't like change either, but we're not doing this to hurt anyone. We're doing it because we do believe that it's going to be a good move. Coming here, we're upgrading, newer facility with more space than what's there. Many seniors already use the facility during the day, especially when it's cold out. They come, they walk around the gym to get their laps in. So we got about 30, 35 people a day, seniors, that come here as it is now. And there's a cost savings involved because we're less spent on the old building, you know, utilities, building maintenance and repairs and such. Eventually down the line, we're going to look to reuse or sell that property at 8 Caldwell, but we're not even close to that yet. So the building's going to be there for a while. So we're going to get the same level of service here with plans to expand programs, and that's really what we want. We want more programs. We want to try to get more residents, seniors, 55 and older, to come. Actually, it's 50. ARP is 50. But 55 and older can come to this new building and hopefully find, you know, socialize and find some activities that they can do here and enjoy the place. The Saddlebrook Library changed their hours. So now they're Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Thursday, they used to be open till 9 p.m., but they took those hours, and now it's Saturday used to close at 3 p.m., and now they're closing at 5 p.m. They've done a great job there expanding programs under the leadership of Catherine Hyverson, and they're really progressing and doing a lot of great things. Please go to their website and their Facebook page, and you'll see. You'll be pleased at all they have to offer. And they've been recently coordinating with the rec center and hopefully soon the senior center to provide new programs and activities, to share services and do things together. The library, this is important, the library has teamed up with AARP Foundation Tax Aid. There's a flyer. You're not going to be able to see it. I'm not going to show it to you, but if you go to their website or to the library Facebook page or the town Facebook page, so it's ARP Foundation Tax Aid. Get your taxes done for free at the Saddlebrook Library, 340 Mayhill Street. It's a phone number here. Thursdays and Fridays, beginning February 6th until April 11th. Appointments can be made by scanning. There's a QR code on this form. Raphael, I don't know if you're going to be able to zoom in on that, but probably it's too small, right? You know, I'll have you take a picture of it later. So anyway, this is a good program. Get your taxes done for free. Tonight we have ordinances for second reading. There's 5, what I would call outdated ordinances that need to be revised. One pertains to emergency no parking during snowstorms, snowfalls. The ordinance will now read no parking in the roadway whenever the roads are snow-covered. Years ago, there was, and actually, I think it's written differently in 2 different places. One says 2 inches, the other one says 3 inches. I think that's, people, it's misleading. Really, it's when the streets need to be plowed. And I know there has to be a certain amount of snow down, but, it varies depending on the storm. So I think snow covered covers it all. Not going to issue tickets if it snows and they don't plow. They're not going to issue summonses, so. We have a couple of events I want to talk about. Saturday, February 22nd, 5 p.m. here at the Municipal Complex. We have Ramadan lighting. You can come and learn about Ramadan, experience their culture, and there's going to be some light refreshments. It's going to be from 5 to 7 p.m. Also, the Senior Center has chicken bingo at the old building. It's the last hurrah, I guess. Sunday, February 23rd, 12 noon. Again, that's the last event that's going to be held at the old building at 8 Caldwell. Next month is Women in History Month. We're going to be honoring 5 women for their service to the community. And lastly, my condolences to all the families who lost loved ones. There was quite a few this past month. And again, Joe Lisi was a fabulous guy. He's going to be sorely missed. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Councilman Accomando?
Yeah, I would just like to congratulate the 3 individuals that got awarded tonight here, with heroism, just being involved, and it's good to see somebody actually help someone in distress instead of standing behind the camera and videoing it until somebody else comes. So to see somebody do that's a breath of fresh air. So kudos to Mr. Esau. I'd like to, Joe Lecce was a really nice guy. I met him probably 12 years ago. Just a real sweetheart of a person. I just would like to wish his family my deepest condolences. And for Black History Month, I always say, we should say something, but we have, in the police department, we have our first and only African-American sergeant, Robert Littlejohn, and I always tell him I'm going to mention him, and I always forget, so that's my fault. So this time, I just like to, in honor of Black History Month, just mention his name and the good things that he does for the department and the town. And that's it.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilwoman Flo Mazer?
Thank you, Council President. I'd like to take this opportunity also to extend my condolences to Joe Lecce's family, Joe Mercadante's family, also Joe Ribaro and Charles Cafani. Our heartfelt prayers and sympathy go out to all the families. And also, I'd like to congratulate the 3 honorees. Remy was actually my mailman for many, many years when I lived on Miller, and then when I went on Claremont, he was there too. I really miss him as my mailman, because he was always so personal, and it doesn't surprise me for his act of the courage that he did and how he helped that gentleman. Mr. Mulder also served on the zoning board, library board with him. Very dedicated individual as well. And of course, last but not least, Dr. Weiner. He was my first doctor when I moved into town in the early 70s, and great guy. Had him for many, many, many years. I wish him all the luck in his new office. I think that's it right now.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Councilwoman Sanchez?
So my heart goes out to all the families who lost a loved one. As the mayor stated, there was quite a few of them. Congratulations, as Flo stated, to the honorees. As for Rennie, you know, every second counts during a medical emergency, so he definitely helped in saving a life, and that's awesome. Howie, thank you for all your years of service to the town and everything that you've done. And Dr. Weiner as well, thank you for all the service that you provided to the town.
Thank you. Councilman Simaluka?
First, I want to congratulate Thomas Van Winkle on winning a 50-50 of many, many dollars. And the most important thing is that he won it with the mayor's ticket. Okay? Mayor had to leave early, said,
That's
Thomas,
true.
take my losing tickets, and he won one of the bigger 50-50s I've ever seen, so good for him. And he wore a wonderful tie. You had a very good tie on that night. I liked it. Mr. Esau, I want to congratulate, obviously, all three recipients tonight. I got a little bit. Mr. Esau said something which I wholeheartedly agree about the people of Saddlebrook, and that's why we live here, because the people are so good. A lot of people say I'm a cheerleader and I'm blind when it comes to Saddlebrook. I love the town. Wasn't born here, but pretty much I raised my family here, and there are good people. It's full of good people, and that's why people want to come here, and that's why you see multi-generations staying in town. You see people in they're living in their granddad's house or grandmother's house. It's a great place to live, and anyone from out of town who wants to move here, call my wife, she's a realtor, and buy a house in Saddlebrook. Dr. Weiner, I know what he's talking about the small-time practice, and it becomes like a corporation, and I don't like that, but I got to tell you, I was going on a trip overseas to a country that required vaccines, and I didn't have them, and they were able to accommodate me, and I was able to go on an anniversary celebration. So thanks. That's my involvement with him. And Mr. Mulder, I guess the town has him to blame for my being here, because I was running for Board of Education to fill an unfulfilled slot somebody had left, and he voted against me, and I lost. And then I ran for council and won. So thank you, Howie. I don't know if the people like that or not, but you're the reason I'm here, to tell you the truth. Condolences to all the families. Obviously, Kevin Kustra, who's a vital part of our community. He lost his brother. Mr. Scrofani, Charlie, was a fixture with the VFW, and through his efforts and the other members of the VFW, donated so much money and gave so much to this town. So he will be missed. He was a great guy, and he remains in our hearts. And Joe Lisi always had a smile on his face. It was a pleasure every time we went to the senior center and did anything over there. He was a pleasure to see. Heart Healthy Month, we're talking about that. I probably tell the story every year, but my dad died when he was 39 from heart disease. So please, if you have any kind of symptoms, go get them checked, because especially those with kids. I mean, my father left a 6-year-old, me, and 2 3-year-olds, my twin brothers. So it's very important to keep that. And I believe that heart disease is the #1 killer of women in the country, not cancer or anything like that. It's heart disease. I got to give a shout out now. Mr. Esau was very brave to do what he did, but there's a lady in town who got shot in the face with a crossbow. I mean, and she went after the guy and disarmed him. I just find that amazing. That's something that should be on Ripley's Believe It or Not. But I'm going to suggest that we bring her in here, because I want to see her. I got to meet this person, because that's just amazing, that what she did. That's bravery, and I don't. If you ever get shot in the face with a crossbow, I don't advise to go after the person, but she did, and he was caught. Just amazed by her actions. We have a petition in our packet here from the residents of Catherine Avenue that would like a speed hump. So I'm going to ask the mayor to contact Chief Zotolo, or if you want me to, I will, to run our speed box up on Catherine Avenue to see what kind of speeds we're generating over there.
We got Captain Aberman here. You can relay that message, right? He's our traffic guy, too, so.
Okay, well, he's now officially the member of the Speed Control Committee. Whether you want it or not, that's you. We mentioned Sergeant Littlejohn. Now, I believe it was yesterday that at the St. Elizabeth University Police Studies Institute, that Sergeant Littlejohn was provided with Black History Month Law Enforcement Award. So congratulations to him, and thank you for all your service to the town, to the community, and to everyone here. And lastly, I want to congratulate my daughter Nicole and her husband Joel on her new grandson, who was named Andrew, so he automatically becomes my favorite grandchild. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman. I just have a couple of short things. Congratulations to all the honorees tonight. Mayor, thank you for doing the presentations. That was great. Thank you. Condolences to all the families and loved ones who lost somebody special in their lives. We had a few this month, so over the past couple months, so your thoughts and prayers are with us and with you. So I just want to piggyback on something that the mayor was talking about earlier, and that's the library. A lot of great things are happening at the library. The upstairs area was just renovated for teens to use. There's also museum passes that are available to be borrowed. You can go to different museums in the area. They're doing line dancing there. There's book clubs and story time. There's chair yoga. There's a Lego club. They're bringing in a therapy dog. So there's something for everyone there. Also, there's a seed library for the springtime if you want to plant herbs and vegetables. They have over 2,000 different seed packets. They're starting a chess club. There's going to be a sensory story time for children ages 2 to 5. There's a bilingual story time as well. That'll be in April. And then, like the mayor said, free tax help for AARP, from AARP, and you can make your appointments now to get help with your taxes. So that's very important that people realize that the library is moving aggressively in a great direction. There's a lot of programs being offered there, and I would like our residents to take advantage of those programs. So please get to the library, get on the website, and there's something for everyone there, okay? We had a flood committee meeting on Wednesday, January 29th at 6:30. We had Gail Sikorsky, Chief Herman Wetzel, Bob White was there, Pete Ladico, and myself. Some of the areas that we discussed the community rating system. We also discussed the insurance companies and rate increases. We've been very fortunate here with the storms, but if you're watching the news, certain areas like Kentucky and other areas are really getting hit pretty hard. And some insurance companies are dropping people. So, you know, it's a difficult time with the weather and what's going on in different parts of the country. Also, we discussed the Rutgers program for Sustainable New Jersey. And if you get involved with that, there's certain points if you do certain things, and there's grants that you could be awarded to improve the township. So we're looking into that. We are also looking into creating a green team here in Saddlebrook, and we spoke about that with the mayor. That's something that the mayor's been pushing. We need volunteers. We need people from the community that want to get involved, because we can't do it on our own. There's so many different things going on. We do need people to get involved and to spearhead different initiatives and to, like I said, get involved, okay? And then we also spoke about Passaic Valley doing a desnagging along the Saddle River, which is important that we keep up with that and get them here as soon as we can, okay? That's all I have, thank you. All right.
We'll begin with ordinances. We do have a number of ordinances for second reading. Councilman Simaluka has asked that ordinance 1771-25, entitled Vehicles and Traffic, and 1772-25, establishing a new chapter of the Township Code for property tax refunds be voted on separately at the end, but we will be able to do the public hearing and the first part for all the ordinances. So first, we have for second reading, an ordinance to amend Chapter 5 entitled Administration of Government of the Township Code of the Township of Saddlebrook. We have ordinance 1769-25, an ordinance to amend Chapter 29 entitled Personnel Policies of the Township Code of the Township of Saddlebrook, State of New Jersey. Ordinance 1770-25, an ordinance to amend Chapter 108 entitled Hunting and Firearms of the Township Code of the Township of Saddlebrook, State of New Jersey. Ordinance 1771-25, an ordinance to amend Chapter 196 entitled Vehicles and Traffic of the Township Code of the Township of Saddlebrook, State of New Jersey. And ordinance 1772-25, an ordinance to establish a new chapter of the Township Code entitled Property Tax Refunds for Disabled Veterans in by and for the Township of Saddlebrook, County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, all presented for a second reading.
Motion?
Second?
Roll call?
Councilman Samuka?
Yes.
Councilman Accomando?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sanchez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazer?
Yes.
Council President Garrick.
Yes. Motion to open the meeting to the public on these items.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone wishing to ask any questions, comments on these ordinances? Seeing no one, motion to close?
Motion.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, other than the two ordinances previously mentioned, we will now adopt the following ordinances. Be resolved by the Township Council of the Township of Saddlebrook that the following ordinances, ordinance 1768-25, an ordinance to amend Chapter 5 entitled Administration of Government of the Township Code of the Township of Saddlebrook, State of New Jersey, ordinance 1769-25, an ordinance to amend Chapter 29 entitled Personnel Policies of the Township Code of the Township of Saddlebrook, State of New Jersey, ordinance 1770-25, an ordinance to amend Chapter 108 entitled Hunting and Firearms of the Township Code of the Township of Saddlebrook, State of New Jersey, for second and final reading, and that the Township Clerk be directed to advertise said ordinance or title thereof in the press, together with the notice of the date of passage of said ordinance according to law.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Roll call?
Councilman Samaluka?
Yes.
Councilman Accomando?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sanchez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazer?
Yes.
Council President Garrick.
Yes.
Be resolved by the Township Council of the Township of Saddlebrook that the following ordinance, an ordinance to amend Chapter 196 entitled Vehicles and Traffic of the Township Code of the Township of Saddlebrook, State of New Jersey, does now pass on second and final reading, and that the Township Clerk be directed to advertise said ordinance or title thereof in the press, together with the notice of date of passage of said ordinance according to law.
Motion?
Second?
Roll call?
Councilman Samaluka?
Yes.
Councilman Accomando?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sanchez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazer?
Yes.
Council President Garrick.
Yes.
Be resolved by the Township Council of the Township of Saddlebrook that the ordinance entitled, an ordinance to establish a new chapter of the Township Code entitled Property Tax Refunds for Disabled Veterans in by and for the Township of Saddlebrook, County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, does now pass on second and final reading, and that the Township Clerk be directed to advertise said ordinance or title thereof in the press, together with the notice of date of passage of said ordinance according to law.
Motion?
Motion?
Second?
Roll call?
Just a point of order, is this to give it the second reading, or is this to?
This is the second reading, yes.
Right, to give it the second reading. This is not the
This is
vote.
to adopt. To adopt.
I'm going to retract my yes vote on the other one. I was confused. I vote no on the other one, on the first one. And this one would also be a no vote.
Which ones? Which ones, Mr.
The vehicle
Samaluka?
and traffic?
1771 and 1772, Mayor.
Correct. I vote no on both of those.
Okay, we're going to do the roll call for 1772-25. Councilman Samaluka?
No.
Councilman Alcamando?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sanchez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazur?
Yes.
Council President Garrick.
Yes.
Okay, we have for first reading the following ordinances. Ordinance 1773-25, an ordinance amending and supplementing Chapter 196 of the Code of the Township of Saddlebrook entitled Vehicles and Traffic, and 1774-25, an ordinance to amend Chapter 191 of the Township Code of the Township of Saddlebrook entitled Towing for first reading.
Motion.
Second?
Roll call.
Councilman Samaluka?
Yes.
Councilman Alcamando?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sanchez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazur?
Yes.
Council President Garrick.
Yes.
Okay, now therefore be resolved by the Township Council that ordinance amending and supplementing Chapter 196 of the Code of the Township of Saddlebrook entitled Vehicles and Traffic, and ordinance to amend Chapter 191 of the Township Code of the Township of Saddlebrook entitled Towing, heretofore passed on first reading, be further considered for final passage at a meeting to be held on March 20th, 2025, at 7 o'clock p.m., or as soon thereafter as the matter can be reached at the municipal complex, 55 Mayhill Street, and at such time and place all persons interested be given an opportunity to be heard concerning said ordinance according to law, with the notice of its introduction and passage on first reading, and of a time and place when and where said ordinance will be further considered for final passage.
Motion.
Motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Samaluka?
Yes.
Councilman Alcamando?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sanchez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazur?
Yes.
Council President Garrick.
Yes.
All items listed with an asterisk are considered routine and non-controversial by the Township Council and will be approved by one motion. There will be no separate discussion on these items unless a council member or member so requests it, in which case the item or items will be removed from the consent agenda and considered in its normal sequence on the agenda. The one motion signifies adoption of all resolutions, receive and file letters, correspondence reports, and approval of minutes and applications. The following minutes of December 5th, 2024, and December 19th, 2024 are not part of the consent agenda.
Okay. Motion.
Motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Samaluka?
Abstain as to December 5th.
We're doing that separately.
Oh, I'm sorry, yes.
Councilman Arcamando?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sanchez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazur?
Yes.
Council President Garrick?
Yes.
We have the minutes of the December 5th, 2024 special public meeting.
Motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Samaluka?
Abstain.
Councilman Arcamando?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sanchez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazur?
Yes.
Council President Garrick?
Yes.
December 19th, 2024 regular public meeting.
Motion.
Motion.
Second?
Roll call.
Councilman Samaluka?
Yes.
Councilman Arcamando?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sanchez?
Abstain.
Councilwoman Mazur?
Yes.
Council President Garrick?
Yes. Mayor's appointment.
We have the mayor's appointment for advice and consent. It's for Michelle Kim to be reappointed to the Library Board trustees.
Motion to give advice and consent.
Motion.
Second?
Roll call.
Councilman Samaluka?
Yes.
Councilman Alcamando?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sanchez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Mazur?
Yes.
Council President Garrick?
Yes. Okay. Old business? Or new business? Anyone? I know we're getting to the time of the year with yard sales and so forth. I know Councilwoman Mazur, you like to do one in the spring, right, and fall possibly, so we're getting to that point, so maybe we start considering some dates.
Dates, yeah.
Yeah, since we're in February, by April, right? When do we normally do it?
May.
May, okay. So I think we got a little bit of time, so
Yep.
just start considering some dates maybe for the next meeting or so. Mayor, do you have anything?
No, I just wanted to congratulations is in order. The police department did a great job, along with the prosecutor's office, on that attempted murder at the Bird store. They had it solved. They knew who did it right away through good police work, good investigations, and they made an arrest within 24 hours, so they really, excellent job by the police department.
Yes. Yep. Anyone else?
You want final comments?
We can do final comments, yeah, sure. Councilman Accomando, anything?
No, I'm good.
Okay, anyone else? Councilman Simaluka?
Yeah, it's just, I had forgotten about Joe Ribaro, who passed away. Some people keep a copy of the Bible on their nightstand. He kept a copy of the municipal land use law on his nightstand. He knew it in and out, and every time I saw him, the first thing he said was the MLUL. He was the consummate professional when it came to land use. He loved being on the board, and he was a valued member and a fun guy to talk to. He had a lot of good stories. And lastly, Mr. Garrick had brought up the library and all those programs that, new programs and new areas that they're doing. And you don't think about a library in terms of line dancing and Legos and things like that. But like everything else, the library is rolling with the times. And I remember, it wasn't that long ago that we had a frequent contributor to our public comment section of the council meetings that came in and said, who goes to a library anymore? What do you need that for? Who reads books? Well, apparently that person didn't. But the library is a great place, and they're doing a lot for the community, and it's just getting better and better. So, please patronize our library. It's, like I said, it's great and getting better. Thanks.
Thank you. Motion to open the meeting to the public? Oh, sure.
Mention something. I see Mr. and Mrs. Manzos in the audience. I just want to make mention to the public that they coordinate an awesome car show. This year will be held on September 7th, and with a rain date of October 5th. Come on out. It's a great event, and it's so well organized and a lot of fun. Much success to you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman.
Welcome.
Okay, motion to open the meeting to the public for agenda items only?
Motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone wish to speak to agenda items only at this time? Stephen? What's that?
Steve Maricona, 24 Harrison Avenue. Just in regard to like Sustainable Jersey and the green team being set up, I think that's awesome, and I'll definitely volunteer my time for that. So.
Well, we would love to have you. We're just going to have to pick a date for a meeting and see if we're going to coordinate that maybe with the flood committee. But we'll reach out to you, Stephen.
All right.
We appreciate that. Thank you.
All right, you got it.
Okay, thank you.
I think we got to put something out, some kind of
Yeah, for sure.
message or whatever. Yeah,
Yep.
we're looking for members. We could even
Yes.
put it on the TV, on our town TV. So,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
So I know we have, other than Steve, at least one other person that's for sure interested.
Right.
So,
So we'll get some people out, for sure.
yeah, if we can get a nice handful,
Yeah,
5 or 6.
yeah. Maybe we could even get some trees on the tree streets. That'd be a good thing, so.
By
we'll
the
see.
way, you know what I want to mention too, I'm glad you said that. Columbia Bank, which is the bank, one of our primary banks, for Arbor Day, they purchased a tree for the township, and they're going to hire someone to actually plant the tree. I think we're going to put it out in the front of the municipal complex, but it's going to be a flowering tree, like a weeping cherry or something like that. So it was nice of them to donate that.
Very nice. Okay. Anyone else wish to address the council on agenda items? Seeing no one, motion to close the meeting?
Motion.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any final comments before we adjourn the meeting? No? Okay, motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.